This. Hi gang, we're going to get into this charting session. We're going to go over the buy setup that I took off the key level. I did have some questions on why I didn't short that level because I think a lot of people seen that level and thought that that should be a short that we should take. But realistically, it was a perfect buy setup targeting the all-time highs. So first off, let's get into the actual buy setup. Now what we like to see is candle structure crossing the level, right? This purple line is my key level right here. Okay. So then we have this candle here is our displacement candle. So this is what we want to see. But leading up to this, we want to see some bullish order flow. So we want to see, maybe a high time frame imbalance, right? So we want to see price come out of a high time frame imbalance, so a 15-minute. We maybe want to see some kind of SMT. And we want to see price deliver out like that. So say price is coming down here, right? We tap a 15-minute imbalance. We create an SMT and then we push higher. And this is where we start to get our candle structure here. So now this would be our SMT right here, right? And I'm just going over this because this is basically showing you structure where when we see this type of action or price delivery coming up to a level and we have a significant high, maybe some equal highs, like a good liquidity pool or all-time highs, then most likely we're going to break that level and push towards that buy-side liquidity. Okay, so these levels are just guidance. Then we look for structure to build around it, and the levels give us where we can enter the trade, right? It just gives us solid entries with good risk to reward. So you see we're coming down. I'll show you on the charts too, but we tap into a high time frame imbalance, right? We've created this high up here. We fade down. We tap into a fair value gap, or it could be a discount range. It could be a discount range also. We have an SMT and then we start traveling higher. So then when we get to our level, this is the structure we want. We want to see a body close on the displacement candle. So this would be our displacement candle. This is the bar that displaces through the level, right? So I call it a signal bar. This is what I call it, a signal bar. And then once that body closes, then that's where we get our entry. Our entry is on the next candle when we cross the body close of the displacement candle. So that's our entry bar. Okay, so then this would be our entry right here. We'd take our long tool. Let's delete it and do it again here. And then we enter. I usually like to see a little bit of travel past it, like maybe right here. So then I have good confirmation because a lot of the times you'll see these bars open and then push up, then dump. And that'll be a fake out. And then we might get the displacement. So I don't like to get caught in that. So I'm usually pretty patient. Now sometimes we'll get a wick come down like this. We'll open, travel down, hit the level, and then retest it. That's perfect. If we see that, if we see this bar open right here, like the entry bar, travel down, hit our level, then push up, I'm definitely taking that buy setup. That just shows that we've displaced above the level, okay? We have a signal bar, we enter, retest the level, then we get our 2-minute buy setup. Now this is on the 2-minute time frame or the 5-minute time frame. Those are the two time frames, not the 1 minute. The 1 minute, it gives you possible opportunity with no follow through. It'll wick you out. So the system is made to be on the 2-minute, 5-minute. You can do it on the 15-minute also. You see a lot of the times the 15-minute has very good buy and sell setups. But that's basically the structure we're looking at right here, right? We want to see bullish order flow, so maybe some higher lows, right? We want to see displacement of a high time frame imbalance, maybe an SMT, and then we get up to the level. We want to see this displacement candle close right there, and then that triggers our entry. There's our entry right there. And our target is that upside liquidity. Okay, so I'll hop down on the charts and I'll show you exactly the trade that we took, right? So does everybody get that though? I think it's pretty clear, and if there is any questions of this, reach out because I really want everybody to understand this because I take probably 5 days a week, I probably take like 4 trades like this. Like it's simple buy and sell stuff, but I look at structure. I have a game plan going into it. I'm not just like, I don't just see a level break and I take the trade. I know where liquidity is. I know where the significant liquidity pool is. So maybe some equal highs, maybe some sessions highs, Asia, London, you know what I mean? And then once that level gives me the confirmation to enter the trade, that is my model, right? That's my model right there. So this is basically it. So we'll jump down onto the charts here. And this was the trade right here. So it wasn't a massive trade, but it was Friday. And honestly, I had 10 micros. I scaled out halfway, and then I ended up being a $250 trade. Now, to some people, that might not be a big trade, but to me, that's a banger trade on a Friday. That's enough for me. I was happy. I went about my day. That's all you need. And if you're doing that every day, that's where those base hits add up, right? So first off, let's go on to the 15-minute time frame, and we'll just see what structure we have here going into this. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff just to clear up the charts a little bit. Just give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So first off, what do we have down here? We have price come up, or price traded down and hit this level here, 24,282, right? So now I see, okay, we've displaced above this level, and this was FOMC day. This is when price came down and bounced off that level and just rocketed, right? So ever since then, what are we doing? We have a base support, and then we're really just putting in higher lows, right? Now it does fade down a little bit here, but still in the grand scheme of things, like, we're really putting in higher lows, right? So then if I zoom in to this trading day and the sessions here, right? The Asia London session. So I'll just zoom out a little bit here, get a little bit bigger. So right here is our 3:30 a.m. Okay. So first off, we find some support right here. And then what do? We push up. We push to the upside. Now, this is a significant place to look at right here, because this is where we form our SMT. So we create this fair value gap here. We push down, but we don't hold it. So this low right here was taken on NQ, but not ES. And I'll just go over here. This is why we have to look at both correlating assets. So you see, so let me get this a little bit centered here so we can see it better. So you can see right here, we create this 15-minute gap on both assets, right? We create it right here, and we create it right here, right? So then we push up. It's like a breakaway gap on NQ, but look at this low right here. This low comes down and taps into it just barely taps into it, but it's still retraced to that 50-minute bounce. And what does it do? It takes this low right here, but NQ doesn't take this low. Okay, so that forms our SMT. So that's showing me, okay, NQ's the stronger of the pair, and it looks like we're going to continue higher. So now I see that we've bottomed out, we have SMT, and we're continuing to put in higher lows, right? And I keep saying these higher lows because once you guys start seeing these in the market, you'll see, look at that. It's stair-stepping up. What is it doing? It's hunting this liquidity and all this generated. This is LR. I had a class on liquidity with my mastermind students the other day, and that's all this is. This here is generated buy-side liquidity. LR is exactly what it is. So when we're pushing up, we're hunting all this liquidity, and our final point of liquidity is this high right here. Okay, so we've found a support. We have our SMT. We've displaced out of a 15-minute imbalance on ES, and we're continuing to travel higher in price, right? So I'll just hop back onto the NASDAQ. I just wanted to point that SMT out. And look at what we do here. We create another fair value gap, 15-minute, and we actually have another SMT right here. So notice how we create another 15-minute imbalance right here, right? Nice little 15-minute imbalance. Now this is 9 o'clock. We travel down. We don't close below this, so that's showing me that bullish order flow is in play, right? We then come up. We have another 15-minute imbalance right here, and this is our 9:15. This is our 9:30 open, sorry. This candle right here, okay, this doji. What does it do? It pushes down, taps into this 15-minute imbalance, creates SMT, and holds this 15-minute imbalance. So now when I see all that, I'm just waiting. We'll jump onto the 2-minute time frame. I'm just waiting for my level to break. That's all I'm doing. I was super patient waiting for this level to break. So you all see the structure we have leading up to it, right? It's clearly showing me that bullish order flow is in play. We have a key level, and we kind of reject it. I consider this a tap of a level. We reject it here. Now, some people were wanting to short here, but I was like, no, I'm almost 98% sure we're going to break it with this displacement candle and hunt that liquidity. So that's what I did. That was the trade idea, right? Like I see what's going on the larger time frame. I see the SMTs. I see the higher lows. I see that we're respecting bullish order flow. We're moving out of bullish PD arrays, high time frame imbalances, fair value gaps. We have a clear drawn liquidity, right? We have this high that's a clear drawn liquidity, and we have displacement. Now's where we get our level, our entry, right? So then we have our displacement candle, which is a beautiful displacement candle. That's what we love to see. And then we trigger our entry. When that displacement candle body closes right here, that triggers our entry. And this one there was like no drawdown on this. We got in and then boom, it exploded right to the upside. Now I did sell half along the way, but I was all out at this high. And look at it, it was exactly what they were doing. They were hunting that liquidity, and it's super clear now when we look at it. But this is the stuff you as traders need to be looking at every day. You need to look at the context that's on the chart. And I like this. We're just observers. We can't predict anything. I didn't predict this at all. I just have a system that I trade. I have levels and models that I trade, and I observe what's going on in the market, and then I base my thesis and my trade on that. I was like, as soon as we break this level, I'm taking this trade. That's all there is to it. Like I was clear about it in the live. I'm like, once we break this level, I want this 2-minute buy setup. Okay? So that's pretty well why we don't short this level, because of the structure leading up to it. The level gives us guidance and supplies us with our entry, right? I mean, you could have taken an entry anywhere down here, but you know, maybe we come up and we reject this level. That's why I wait till my levels break, because we could have went like this. You never know. And then we get a sell setup to the downside. We've seen it before where price doesn't take liquidity and we reject our level. But when we get that displacement candle, that tells me to enter the trade. So I'm not getting faked out on a short or anything here, right? And if I do get in a buy here, I'm not getting rejected by my level to the downside. Okay? And plus, this is market open. You don't want to be trading this anyways. You don't want to be chasing that. That's ugly candle structure. This starts to clear up right here. This gives us our clear entry right here. Okay? So that's pretty well all there is to it. It's a simple system, and that's why it works. That's why I'm able to have like repeatable trades every day off this system. So there is some PDFs and stuff in the community, but if there is anybody that is like needs some guidance on this, just reach out and let me know, because I will go over it with you. You know, so we're looking for, you know, what kind of context we have on the chart. We're obviously in a bullish market. So lately, with how bullish it's been, I've been really looking for buys. I haven't taken many shorts lately. Most of my successful trades, I've had some shorts, but most of my bigger trades have been buys, because I'm trading with the trend. I'm seeing the structure, work out, and then when we break a level or we bounce off a level, then I take my trade. So I know that right now that's a high probability chance that when we're trading with the trend and we have this type of structure and confirmation, that it's 70-80% of the time we're gonna get the trade, right? So that's the buy setup, and that's why I didn't short that level. So I do want to show you one thing here, because we did have a nice ICT level model. Okay, so now that liquidity has been taken, okay, significant point of liquidity right here, and we also created SMT. Okay, so let's just jump on to we'll jump on to the 5-minute here. I just want to show you, because we did have a nice SMT or what's it called, ICT level model, and I want that model to stand out for everybody because it's very high probability. So let's just get this on the 5. I'm just getting this, seeing where this SMT was. Where was it here? Yes. So right here, we did not take this. There's our SMT right there. Okay. So we took that high. It's a small one. It's not a huge one, but we did take that high right there. You guys see that? So now let's form out our ICT level model. So first things first, we know that this high was taken on NQ and it wasn't taken on ES. So now we have an SMT divergence. So now if we look for displacement through the level back to the downside, then we can form our short bias. Okay, we have a significant point of liquidity taken. Now there's no PD arrays up here because we're at all-time highs. So that's the only thing we're lacking. There's no high time frame imbalances, but it's all-time highs. So that's why I tell people it's trickier to trade this stuff because we don't have these fair value gaps or high time frame imbalances. All we have is liquidity, right? Like liquidity and our key level. So we have this SMT that we've taken. So then we'll jump back down onto the 2-minute here on NQ. So there's our liquidity taken. Now where do we get displacement through the level? Well, we have a couple holds, 1 hold, 2 hold, 3, 4 candles don't close below it. So that's you could have taken a buy set up here, to be honest, because it's so bullish right now. You could have scalped this. You definitely could have scalped this to the upside. I'd be okay with taking that trade just because we're so bullish and we didn't take the highs yet on ES. ES can still travel higher, right? And look at what it did. It ended up running again. But either way, aside from that, this ICT level model, we hold the level a couple times, and then right here, we get our displacement. We get a massive displacement candle to the downside. Now, you don't take this because we don't have this discount range, right? See the discount range? And we have no real fair value gap. I mean, we have this one here, but I just don't feel comfortable with how we displace so far above it. So I probably wouldn't take my entry here. But if we go down to the next leg down, what are we doing? We're putting in lower highs, lower high, lower high. So now when we displace back down below the level again, this candle here, we can take our fib from this swing high to this swing low. Now we get a very nice discount range. We also have this fair value gap open up right here. What does price do? Let's just get that a little better. Price comes down, trades back into our discount range. That fair value gap continues lower. So do you see how we got that model? And where's our target for this? Our target's right here, this low. Boom. Right there. Well, we took that one. Sorry, our target would be this low. This would be the model here. I didn't see that we took that low, but this would be our target right here. Boom. Let's just get that on sell side liquidity. Right there. So where's our entry? We can enter, wait till we have a nice close below, and our stop would be above the fair value gap, and our target would be the sell side liquidity right there, 28 points. So do you guys see how we form that ICT level model? After we've taken liquidity, the market's putting in lower highs. We have a break below our level. This whole area here is clearing our level. A little bit of structure above here, but we don't have a shift in trend because like we don't have the continuation of trend because we're putting in a higher low, right? This right here, when we show rejection of that to the downside, then we have confirmation and good confluence that we're going to tap this area and continue lower. And that's exactly what it did, right? So that's our ICT level model right there. And I really want you guys to be familiar with this because I truly believe like the buy and sell setups, for me, they're easy. I've been trading the system for years now, like over 3 years. But I really think that this model here is probably the best model for newer traders to trade because it gives you three confluences where you have to enter the trade. It gives you a discount range where discount ranges are very good. I know traders that only trade that. I've been trading it since I started trading OTE ranges. Like before ICT patented all this stuff, this discount ranges were very tradable. Like it's been like that forever, right? It's just a value area to get in at the trade. It's a discount range, right? So if you're looking to buy a stock, you're not going to buy when it's in premium. You're going to buy when it's in discount. If you're looking to short a stock, you want to short when it's in discount. This gives us our discount range, right? So that's it. That's the ICT level model right there. You know, we break below our level. We have this fair value gap. We push back up into discount and continue lower. So if you guys are struggling with buy and sell setups or anything, just focus on this model for like a month. Like I want to talk about that. You guys got to understand that you're not going to come in to trading and be successful. Like, you got to do the same repeatable setup and the same repetitive thing for a long time. So if you're coming in and you're doing something and then 2 weeks later it doesn't work for you and you're adding something or you're doing this or you're doing that, like, you're just going to prolong your mission to becoming consistently profitable. I'm telling you right now, like, whether you're trading these levels or you're trading ICT or you're trading Trev, like how Trev trades H patterns or targets. Like, look at Trev. Trev's a perfect example. He's a great trader. I'm a great trader. I think we're both good traders. We trade different things, but we add each other's stuff to it. But we still stick to our stuff because that's what we trade. I don't just trade what he's trading every day because my thing doesn't work for a day. I usually just like to know where his targets are because I find them very helpful with how I trade my levels. He likes to use my levels for his H patterns and his 15-minute structure that he looks for and stuff, right? So, every successful trader does the same thing all the time. They're not doing multiple things, and they're not changing their system when it doesn't work for a couple days or a week or a month. Like, I will never just start trading something else. And I actually tried to trade, that 8 a.m. to, 9:25 box break that we had some members in here looking at. And I actually had it on my chart every day for like a month, just forward testing it. And I was like, it's just not, it's a great strategy, but it's just not part of my system. So I'm like, I don't bother with it. I wouldn't trade live with it or anything like that. I was just seeing how it played out every day, right? So you got to just stick to one thing, you guys. You got to stick to one thing and just be disciplined with it every single day. So find a strategy or something. Like, I give you the levels and I give you all my stuff. I personally think the models that I have in this system is easy. And, like, I have some mentorship students like Meg. She's been trading these buy and sell setups and she's patient with them. She takes proper size and she's up she passed 2 funders and she's up pretty good on the week, but I think it's because she's sticking to the same thing and not getting sidetracked by everything else that's going on, right? So I feel like that's a big thing. And if you're coming into any community, for a week or two, and you really got to focus in on what they're trading and have that stuff on your chart every day. Because if you're just dabbling in it and then you're doing this and doing that, it's just too much noise. And I know I preach the same stuff, but ultimately I really want everybody to become consistently profitable and self-sufficient in the market. And I know what it takes. I fucked up for 2 years doing everything wrong. Everything wrong. Yes, keeping it simple, exactly. Now, I do the same thing every single day. I do the same simple, repeatable setups. If it's the easier I can see it, usually the better trade it's going to be. If it's super simple, then that's what I want to trade. If it's a bunch of stuff, like right here, like this break of the level, it's pretty clean to me. Like, we have an SMT. We're putting in higher lows. We break our key level, we have a clear target. I'm taking that all day long. I'm not trying to look for anything else. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. Right here, this ICT level model, we're putting in lower highs. We've taken liquidity. We have the SMT. We're displacing below my level. We tap discount area in our fair value gap. I'll take that. That's what I trade every day, right? So if it doesn't work out for 3 trades, that's okay, because I know over 100 trades, it's going to work out more times than it's not. And that's what trading is. It's a probability thing. It's just, we have technicals that we trade and we know over time they're going to be successful. And you have to accept loss sometimes and just know that the wins are going to compound. Like the last 3 weeks, I've had 2 losing days. I've had lots of losing trades, but I've only had 2 losing days. And that's because I just accepted loss and I walked away because I know the next day I'm going to be presented with lots more opportunity. Okay? So anyways, that's all I got really tonight, you guys. I just wanted to go over why I took that buy setup because I did have a couple traders ask me why I didn't short that level. And I think you all see why, right? Like, you all see why I didn't short that level, right? It's pretty clear why. So if anybody did miss the start of this session, it will be recorded and I will post it. So make sure you watch it because it's this right here is something we trade all the time. When we have a displacement candle through the level and continuation to a buy side liquidity or sell side if it's to the downside, I really want everybody to be familiar with this. And that was a super, I called it out. I think everybody did take it with me. It was just such an easy trade. Like we've seen it coming, we've seen it happening. And like I always say, we're observers, right? We're here to observe. I was observing this and I was just waiting for that to break. And this is a beautiful displacement candle. Sometimes we'll miss these because this displacement candle will like close up here. And then we only have a little bit of area, right? So sometimes it might pull back and then go, but this was nice. We closed above the level, but not too high above the level. So it was a good spot to get in where we could catch 20 points easily, right? So, and then that obviously the ICT level model just when we break down below. So 2 of the setups that I trade all the time, and that's pretty well it. Let's just see what the market's doing right now. Well, even right here. So you can tell we're pushing up. Now this is tough to trade, but we're basically putting in higher lows. So there's lots of trending buy and sell setups. I think I'm going to go over that next week or on the charting session. I'm going to go over trending buy and sell setups because I look at this and maybe a lot of people don't see any entries here, but I see lots. I see these pullbacks and then we have a signal bar. We have the clear the high and that continues us higher, right? So if you are new to the community, go into my entry model section and the trading tips section, and there is PDFs on trending buy and sell setups. And that's how we trade trending markets when we're putting in higher lows, right? All this stuff here. But either way, even right here, if you're confident that ES is going to push higher, you could take a 2-minute buy above this, right? We have displacement above the level, right? We probably have some fair value gaps on ES that we've held. And then we have our entry right here. Boom. Right now, the only thing here is this is the only high. We're at all-time highs. So where's our target, right? Like I guess right there. You don't know. That's the thing about all-time highs and why it's harder to trade because you don't know where price is going to go. There's no technicals up there. There's nothing. It's just to the moon. There's no man's land up there, right? So that's why you got to be careful at all-time highs. That's why with this trade here, as soon as we took that, I was like, I had one contract left and I was trailing. My exit was like right at the top here. Boom. Just because I'm like, you know what? If we sweep this, we're going to dump. That's all there is to it. If we want to continue higher right here, we want to see a candle close above this. We want to see like this candle push up and close like right there. Then we're more likely going to continue higher. Like if we sweep liquidity, a lot of the times we'll reverse. But if we like displace above it and have a candle close above, then not all the time, but a lot of the time we'll keep traveling higher. If it's to the short side, we'll keep selling off, right? So anyways, if there is any questions about that, feel free to reach out because I definitely want everybody to understand these 2 models, especially the simple buy setup and why we took it, and then the ICT level model to the downside. And just remember, like if you're new to the community and stuff, I know you're focused on getting payouts and stuff like that, but you got to shift your focus to education. You have to shift your focus to, okay, what can I learn this week? Not how can I get a payout this week? Because if you think about the monetary things about trading, that's usually when you fail because you're so focused on that. You really just need to worry about, okay, today I have no expectations. I'm not sure if I'm going to make money or lose money. I just want to come in and take the setups that I'm supposed to trade. That's how you're going to learn. And don't think you're going to come in and take signals from me or anybody and be successful. I tried to be a signal bot for years and it just doesn't work like that. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it and we'd all be fucking millionaires, right? Trading is hard, and the people that make it are the ones that invest in themselves, invest in their education, and put the time in every day. And it took me years to figure that out. And I know there's lots of traders like that in this community that are putting the time in, and I see the progress and the success that they have after a while. So, try and shift your mindset away from the money because, like, I'm going to keep it real. Why are we in trading? We want to be millionaires. We want to be rich, but it doesn't work like that. We can't think about that because the market doesn't operate on greed. How we have to think about it is, I know that money's going to come if I do what I'm supposed to every day. If I stay disciplined, if I trade my repeatable setups, if I focus on structure and having good trade management. If you come in and you're solely focused on getting payouts, then you're probably not gonna get them. I hate to say it. And I know like mentorship students like Tarun. Tarun's a perfect example. He'll talk freely about it. I taught him everything I know, and it took him about a year, and now he got 3K in payouts this month, right? And he's like, yeah, he's like, I stick to trading the same couple setups every day. I don't think about the money. I just trade, and when I have a good week, I look and okay, I'm ready for a payout, and I take it. And if you are ready for payouts, so say you have an account you've ran up, say a 50K account, you need 3K in it. If you are ready for payouts, don't keep trading like it's you need to bring it higher. Like what you need to do is have proper account management and just soak that payout. Even if you bring the account down to nothing and you got to start over again, that's still better than trying to have another $500, $600 day and then bringing it below that ratio or that $3,000 threshold and then having to miss the payout or blow the account, right? So I'll say it. And I actually, me and Trev, I called Trev. Was it Friday I called you, right, bro? And I said, bro, I don't know what to do. I said, listen, I got this take profit account because I've been copy trading my live account with that take profit. I called Trev. I was like, bro, I don't know what to do, man. I'm like, I got this account up to 6,000. I've already got 3,000 in my wallet ready to pay out. But I'm trying to get the account to 10K and have a 10K payout. And Trev's like, dude, fuck, just pay yourself, man. And I was like, yeah, I should. So I paid myself. I have $1,500 left in the account now. But I needed to conversate with him and talk to him about that because ultimately, yeah, I want to get the big 10K payout this month. You know what I mean? But realistically, that's not how I should be thinking. I shouldn't be thinking like that. I should think like, okay, in the last 3 weeks, I brought a $1,500 account up to $6,000 or $7,000. I got $3,000, a little over 3,000 or six or yeah six. Yeah, I got $6,000 ready to pay out now. I shouldn't be trying to push anymore. I should take every fucking penny of that, put it into my wallet, and have them pay me out. And that's what I did. I sent the request on Friday. But I was looking at the account and I was like, well, if I come in next week and have another, because I've been having 2K weeks consecutively. Like if I have another 25K week, then that'll be almost 10K. And I needed to check myself. Like I do it too. And that's why I'm speaking about it to you guys, because I don't want you guys to do it either, right? Like I was like, you know what? What am I doing? Like, no, just fucking rinse the payout. That's it. I already did. Objective met. Whether it was $1,000 or 10,000 in there, I made money off of fucking one evaluation passed, right? So, and Trev, you remember that was a good phone call, right, bro?
Absolutely, man. That's it's just we gotta think of what is gonna keep us in this game for as long as possible, right? Smart. Think smart.
100%. 100%. Because, and you even said, you're like, bro, what if you have a bad day? Like last week, I had one day where I lost $1,400, right? So say I come in Monday and have a bad day and I lose $1,400 again, I'll be like, why the fuck didn't I pay myself that other 3K that I had sitting in there, right? So, it's not worth trying to push. Like once you are ready for those payouts, that's what you need to pay yourself. So thanks to Trev, the fucking top dog analyst in here. Is a nice conversation. So, but hey, I did send it and they haven't confirmed it. And all the other ones they confirmed like hours after. So I'm like, maybe because of the weekend. Have you ever had that with Take Profit? Because I'm kind of
you're not gonna get it until probably it'll be like 10 o'clock tonight probably.
Oh, okay.
Going into your wallet or actually
going into my wallet, but I see it's gone from my account balance, but it's not in my wallet.
Yeah, they sometimes it can take Friday night always takes longer.
Okay. Because I was like, fucking bro, I've sent them messages every day this week. If I made $600, I paid myself. Because I'm treating it like live cash. And one thing about me, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't feel like I have anything to prove anymore, so I don't care about having a big payout at the end of the month. If I make 5K, 10K, I don't really care. What I care about is that every single day at 11 o'clock in the morning, I can pay myself what I made that morning. That means more to me. That's freedom. It's less stress, and that's all there is to it. So that's why I've been doing that with Take Profit. Every time I make money, I just send it to my wallet, send it to my wallet, send it to my wallet. But then I was like, oh, maybe I can try and get this to 10K and have a big payout to show people. And then I had to call Trev and he had to straighten me out a little bit. So thanks.
It definitely always the urge to size up too, right? And and the chances of you going on, you're just taking risk off essentially, right?
100%. That's the thing too. Like if once you get up, it's all about what I was talking about earlier. Somebody said, why don't I size up? But it doesn't work like that because I'm trading, 5 to 10 micros. And you guys see my days, like, I'll hit 2 trades, like 40, 50 points. And I'll have a $500-$600 day. Sometimes I'll trade maybe 15 micros. But then once you get an account up to like 5-10K, you're going to start putting on 20, 30, 40 micros, almost the max, right? And those are the trades that are going to get away from you. Those are the trades that are really going to hurt you. So it's not worth it. It's just, take those base hits, keep your sizing the same, and that's all there is to it. Like, trade like the pros. I say it over and over and over again. Trade like the pros. So take it from me. If anybody's ready for a payout, just take it, whether it's $100 or $100,000. You just take that money and you book it, right? So, boom. Anyways, is there any questions? Let's just see the chat real quick. Yeah, that's just a time thing, Bernard, to see it when yeah, I know sometimes because I feel like I just snipe these, right? And I've had traders say that because I've had losses and then they're like, how do you just come in and take another trade like 10 minutes later? I'm like, because I've traded the system for so long, right? So eventually you'll get there. You'll get there, Bernard. And you're a great trader. I see you putting in the time in, all that stuff. So it's just sometimes you just have to go for it too. You know what I mean? You just have to just click that button. If you see what you want to see, then you just have to go for it. And that's the hardest part about being a trader is that hesitation, right? You want that extra confirmation, but you might lose taking the trade because of that, right? So like when you see this structure, higher lows, SMTs, fair value gaps, when we push through a level, most of the time, it's going to happen. I don't know if you're in here in January, February, like December, January, February, like Trev can vouch for this. We were sniping these every day. It's like a level would break and then boom, right to the target. Like this was our bread and butter for like 3 months. Like at the end of last year and the start of this year, this was printing. Like it was beautiful, beautiful buy models. It's all it is a continuation buy setup, right? We're taking the continuation through a key pivot to the liquidity. That's exactly what it is. So yeah, does that help a little bit? Awesome, yeah. And reach out anytime. You can reach out anytime, Bernard. But it's all it is just seeing it and seeing it and seeing it, and just the more you trade it, the more you're gonna have more confidence in it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more. It's gonna be just like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just gonna be repetitive. That's why I say repeatable, because if you stick to the same things all the time, like trading should be boring. I hate saying that, but trading should be boring. Like there shouldn't be any guessing or anything like this. You should have I think you should have 1 to 3 models that you trade. Some people only 1. I have about 3. I have my liquidity sweep model. I have this ICT level model. Then I have my levels that I trade. I do trade ICT, like market maker sell models, but maybe once every 2 weeks I'll take one of those, right? I have the trending buy and sell subs. I guess I have quite a few models, but still, it's just they're little repeatable setups that I can trade every single day, right? So it gives me more execution and a high win rate with those, right? So it's just seeing them print every single day. Like I was waiting for this. Like as soon as I seen this, I was like, I can't wait till that level breaks because I'm 90% sure that we're gonna get that liquidity, and that's exactly what we did. Yo, Colin, let's go. Second payout in the works. Let's give a props to Colin. I love it. Colin's a perfect example. How long have you been in the community, bro? I think almost a year. Last October, so just shy of a year. And you came in and you put the work in. I think the ultimate, like we had some conversations outside of the charts too. You can trade the system, but I think your battle was just over trading, and you had accounts ready for payouts, but then you lost them, right? So that's just an individual thing, and that's where I think it takes the longest. That's why it's been a year, and look at you now, 2 payouts. That's in a row. Like that's awesome, dude. So props to you. Incredible, man. Incredible. I tell everybody that you can come in and learn my system in like 30 days. Like especially if you do like the mentorship, like you could probably learn it in a couple weeks. Whether or not you get a payout in 3 to 6 months is all dependent on the individual and how, yeah, 2K and nice, beautiful. So that's American too, right? So 2, 3, that's like 4K, bro. Let's go. Beautiful. That feels good, eh, bro? Does it feel good? You did it, bro. You're there now, right? So now all it is, now that you've seen the outcome of it, you just have to keep locking in. And like, I think, what are you trading? Like the models that we're trading, or do you have your own little playbook? Base hits. Yeah, base hits off the levels. Beautiful. That's it. So, ultimately it comes down to discipline, you guys. 1 to 2 trades a day. If 2 trades are a loss, walk away. Yep, level trades, beautiful. So you see the success that it has. It's just you have to realize that it's an individual thing and that you have to be disciplined and just do the same thing every day and take those base hits. I'll tell you right now, I know we talk about this a lot, and I used to be an R multiple trader. You got to have a big R multiple. You got to have a 3R multiple. But if you have like a 3-4R multiple and that's all you're trying to trade, you know how many trades you're going to lose on sometimes? You might lose 4 trades in a row, 5 trades in a row because you got a 1-to-1 or you got a 1-to-2 and you didn't take profits. So then you have to get that 4R trade to. Now some people it works for. Some people have 3Rs, 4Rs, and they take 2 losses, then bang off it, right? They bank off the last one. For me, like over my trading career, what I've noticed works best is when I get the move, I take profits, scale out, set my stops to break even. And I think options trading did that to me because I lost a lot of money trading options. And I wouldn't have if I wasn't greedy and I just took my profits and set my stops to break even. So when I came into futures, like trading futures, seeing how it moves and stuff, I was like, okay, I need to stack base hits. And like, look at, I had a 68 point, almost 70 point trade on Thursday, right? That was a beautiful, that's a massive trade. And then every trade before that all week was like 20 points, 15 points, 20. This one was like 20 points on Friday. So little base hits, then a banger, and it was like a 2K week for me. So, just have that in mind. Just base hits. Look at Colin, perfect example. Perfect example. He's put the time in. He's built his discipline. He's taken the base hits and he's getting payouts. There's quite a few people like in here that get payouts and stuff, you guys. I could show you and some of them don't even post them. So there's traders in here that don't even post the payouts too. They're just a little bit more shy and stuff, right? Because I do communicate with a lot of traders in here that still, don't even post them. Like Tarun, I'm going to talk about him again. There's so many payouts he hasn't posted because, his English isn't the best and stuff, so he doesn't like to type as much in here. But, there's a lot of people getting payouts, and what they're doing is trading the same repeatable setup every day. They're staying disciplined, they're stacking base hits, and they're accepting loss when they have to. And that's all there is to it. If you guys can dial in on that, you will all be successful. I guarantee you. I can guarantee you. Like, it's, and Trev will say it too, right? Like, Trev, you got anything to say on that, brother?
I think you're covering it great.
Yeah, like Trev knows, man. He's been trading. He's been in the game for a while, like me, right? Like it's, like look at him right now. Trev just he's got a 20 or what is it, a 50K account, and you had a small week, but that's like an 18% gain on your account, and that's what you guys got to look at. Like look at it like trade. Trev's a real trader. He's not looking at, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. He's like looking at the end of the week. He's like, wow, I just had 18% that I made this week. I don't know about you guys, but no banks are doing that. You'll have $500,000 in the bank, and it's maybe doing 5% in a year, 10% in a year, 12% maybe. He did 18% in a week. So think of stuff like that, right? Just think of little stuff like that. So then don't worry, I'll keep reminding you. I'll keep reminding everybody. Awesome. Was there any questions?
It's like we talk about all the time, man. It's eventually everybody's just gonna say, you know what? It's not even about the trading anymore. Like, eventually everybody's just gonna stop caring about the trading part of trading and just focus on themselves and dial in on that discipline.
Yep, 100%, bro. You eventually just say, "Fuck, I gotta do what's right." Yeah, Colin, I love that, bro. So I'm just gonna read this. You learned that you trade best with your models, but only on your executions. You don't trade when I just enter because the trade is called out. Man, thank you so much. I needed to hear that so bad, bro. I say that all the time. Like, don't just take the trade. If I'm taking the trade and you're taking it, you better see the setup. But you don't wait for me to call out trades, and you take your own trades because you've studied the models and you can execute on your own and look at the success you're having. That is so I'm so happy, bro, that you are, like you're not waiting for me. And if I do take a trade, you're probably in it because you're in it. You're not waiting for me to take it, right? I think a lot of people come into communities, not just mine, other ones. Like I'm an analyst in another community too, and they don't even. It's not they're hardcore about signals. He doesn't even. He has one. He does 3 lives a week and only 2 where he shares his screen. The other one, he says it's a no screen day because you guys need to learn how to do your shit on your own. So, and that's why I'm so hard on that. Like people think they're just gonna take trades with me and make money. We have different accounts. We have different mindsets. We have I exit a lot quicker. I'm in it. I have like I'm not cocky or nothing, but I definitely have faster execution. Probably 80% of the people in here, right? Because I'm seeing what I want to see. You guys are waiting for me to call it sometimes, and then you're taking it, which is okay. That's completely fine. But I want to make sure that you are seeing it too. You're just using me as an extra confirmation. That's it. Don't just click the button because you see me click it. You got to see the stuff, right? And read that comment that Colin said, because he exactly what he does. He trades the models, but he just executes on his own because he knows the system and he can do it, right? And that's being self-sufficient in the market. And that mindset alone is going to make you be a better trader. It's gonna. Like you're not being spoon-fed or depending on somebody, right? You are doing this on your own. You have the models, you know the setups. You put the work in, you can execute flawlessly on your own. Now I'm not saying don't take trades with me. Definitely, like that's what we're here to do. But make sure that if you are taking trades with me, you know why. You are clear cut, like, okay, like, yeah, I know why we're taking this buy. Like if I'm waiting for this level to break and I'm taking my buy setup targeting this liquidity. I want you to be like, yep, I'm looking at the same thing. I see that we're putting in higher lows. I see we got the SMT. I see we've held this level once. When we break it, I want that trade. Yep, perfect. Brad's in it. Brad's talking about it. I'm looking at it. This is our trade, So, yeah, and it's good. I love that you share that, Colin, because that's what this is all about too, right? We're a team. That's one thing about the Savvy Traders community is we're a team here, you guys. We all work together. We're gonna listen. And I know people don't want to hear this. We're gonna lose together. Okay, we're all gonna lose together, but we're also gonna win together. We're gonna grow together, and we're gonna become disciplined together and be the traders we want to be together. Like I'm still growing every day too. I love being in here with you guys every day because I'm more disciplined. I'm still growing, but like that's what this community is about. We're gonna grow, build, win, lose. We're gonna do all this together because we work well as a team. So always make sure you guys share your wins and your losses and be able to talk about this because it's gonna help new traders too coming in, right? So, is that Trader Daddy in here? Let's give a big fucking clap to Trader Daddy. 1,900% return on some Intel calls. Was it INTC? Bro, that was a banger.
It doesn't happen all the time.
You know what though? It happened, bro. It happened. That's all that matters.
Yeah. It was a little bit of that NVIDIA luck, so
yeah, but still,
that always helps. I didn't even know until someone texted me at like early that morning, and I was like, oh man, it was cool to see something worth $9 go to like $270 or something.
Wow.
I had a couple of them.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Props to you.
I just kept it there. But yeah, these things happen every now and then.
Yeah.
It's a cool feeling.
Beautiful. That's why I made that reel. I'm like, bro, do you mind if I put...
saying before the...
What's that?
About executing trades on your own,
Yeah.
So like...
You're hard on your guys too about that, right?
Yeah. Like I kind of felt like that this is kind of like what I sound like too. Because I tell them too, like, don't blindly follow me. Like, just... You only execute a trade if you really feel it. Like, if you don't feel it, then it starts to kind of cross into that gray area of like gambling in a way,
Yeah.
Like,
no, I feel you.
In the beginning, like, it really should be, if you just want to try out a trade, just put it on a practice account or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
do something for fun. There's
Yep.
nothing wrong with that.
I'm hard on it because I
Like,
get a lot of new traders come in, and I had one. They're gone now, but they were in here, and they're like, "Oh, I'm just gonna copy trade you for the week, and I'll come join when I get the payout." And I'm like, "Oh man, it doesn't work like that. This is about education and learning, right?"
yeah, that's why I stopped the free trial stuff because I just couldn't do it anymore. Like,
Yep.
it's either like you're into this or you're not.
Well, it's
Um,
ultimately it's about investing in your education, right? Like it's
yeah,
trading. Like you can sit there and watch YouTube all day long, but when you actually invest in your education and go into a community and pay for it for like 6 months, that's where you're gonna grow. You're gonna network with other traders. You're gonna have these talks and conversations that we do every day, and that like I learned that too, like growing as a trader, right?
yeah,
So. It's good. I know a lot of people that don't do the trials anymore because they're like, no, I only want people that are invested, right?
yeah. No, it definitely makes sense. It's you want people who are going to be here and really you know want to put some time and effort and and everything. So,
one Hundred
and
percent.
I like what you were saying before too. It's like it's not just you know like following you. Like try to see that a trade that you think is going to set up, and then if you also call it, that's a really big sign that
Yeah,
you know,
extra
you can do
confirmation.
this on your own. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a great extra confirmation. That's exactly how I would do it.
Yep.
If I was learning to trade this way, I would try to see if I could do it. And then if you called it too, I'd be like, all right, so I'm getting this right.
Yep. I'm
Um,
I'm gonna try and be a little more active in yours this week, the next week or two. It's I love it in there, bro.
it is difficult to be in so many groups at once. I get it, like
Yeah. Well,
because you want it's like 90% of your day is really like
yeah, I know.
and and I get that, so like
Yeah.
there's a lot of days where like at the end of the day I'm like, oh, like I didn't put anything in Savvy's Discord today.
It's all good, bro.
Or like
Dude,
it's like
I'm the same way because I'm an analyst in DJs too, and like now I'm kind of like in yours and stuff. And like I used to live trade in DJs. Like this time last year, I was
yeah,
I was live trading, and now he's like, bro, you're never around. I'm like, dude, like I'm so invested in mine, and by the time I get done live trading and doing recaps with my group, we're mentally drained, right? To go into another community and do everything, it's just so it's what it's like, bro. You're in
yeah.
multiple groups.
And then there's the people on Instagram,
Oh
who
yeah.
message you with like a little bit of interest, and they're like, so what's your premium or VIP group like? And you're like,
Yeah. It's
so
awesome.
now,
That's what I tell them. It's
yeah, like
awesome.
I'm like, it's awesome. Sometimes there's like two routes. I could be like, yeah, like I have like a thing I just copy sometimes and paste like right into it of something like I always usually say that covers everything.
Yep.
Or I like to say now, like if you have 10 to 15 minutes, like let me know when we can talk on Zoom, and
Yep.
then that's a lot better because then they actually get to like talk to me for a little bit. But
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, just going back and forth on Instagram is just like, oh my god.
So what's your thoughts
Yeah.
for the week? Like for like your weekly recap. I'm gonna try and tune in for yours. I'll be honest. Listen,
Yeah, I'm about
listen.
to I'm about to go soon.
Are you cool? Cool.
But yeah, my weekly is I don't I could see us just going higher,
Yeah.
but also like I could also see like one day this week, you know, also just going straight down for a little while.
A big
Like
pullback.
every week we've hit the daily 20 moving average,
Yep.
so we can never fly too far from it.
Yep.
It's just always been like that. We never go just parabolic away from the 20 moving average for too long.
That's on the weekly.
So
You're saying,
that
eh? Do I have
on the
my
daily,
on the daily? Yeah. Look at that. Wow. That's on the weekly too.
on the weekly too, right? But
Yeah.
if you look
Let's
on the
just see.
daily, it literally hugs
Yeah.
at
I
the
got.
entire
I
range.
use the 21. Use the 20, eh? I use the 21.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just preference at that point. It's like simple to exponential. It doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah.
2021.
Look at that.
But
That's beautiful, actually.
you'll see like on actually any chart, it can't fly away from the 20 moving average. So like when
Hmm.
you start to get real top heavy,
Yeah.
so I might start to add in like a VIX call or SPY put or something to hedge it, because I never want to get caught having like 8 or 9 positions open, and then like there's just a huge down day for some reason overnight.
Yeah.
Because like unlike futures, like you can put really nice. That's the one thing I like about futures and forex is like you can put like really nice stops,
Yep.
and be in and out of things quickly. But like swing
Options
trading
is
options, like
yeah.
like you have to kind of be invested into that play for a little while for it to sometimes
You got
work.
to see what the Greeks are
Um,
doing. Your time decay, all your to see what the premiums doing.
Yeah, there's a lot more that goes on too, but it's not. But at the end of the day, it goes back to the same exact thing that entries are everything.
Yeah.
So if my entry doesn't work out within the first 2 hours, I have to get out, because then the percentage of it working out just goes so down that it'll never come back.
Yeah.
Um,
Bro,
so
you had no losing trades this week too, right? 8 for 8 or something.
e- 8 for 8.
Nice, bro. Let's
Well,
go.